So we are live. Hello, Assalamu alaikum, and welcome to SDG Expo 2020 Pakistan page. I am Hiram Reen from Markaz-e-Umeed, the youth facilitator, and we are working on a campaign which is called "What World Youth Have to Say About COVID-19." And welcome, Abdullah. How are you
Thank,
doing?
thank you so much, Ra, for inviting me to your show.
How are you doing, and how's COVID-19 going so far within
Fine, but it's
within
really
your
tough.
circle?
Yeah, the quarantine and the lockdown situation is really tough, not for just us, but for the whole global population.
Definitely, I agree. But we see you working, and we see you working greatly and vastly for the humanity within your premises, and that's why we called on you here. And we have seen that you're working with COVID-19 and doing the scams and all these Ramzan camps, and you're working on the major important goals of sustainable development, which is goal number one and goal number two. So, starting with the goal number one, which is no poverty. So, what is poverty for you, firstly?
Uh, it's a wide range. I can give you a wide range of answers just for poverty, but specifically for Pakistan, everything is related with poverty. Like if you, we are a religious country. We are Islamic Republic of Pakistan, but still, before even religion, poverty comes up. The hunger initiative comes up. So it's everything is linked with poverty, and like in Pakistan, it's 22 20 million people are residing, and out of them, so many people are below the poverty line. That's a bigger problem, and we should work. Every NGO should work on reducing the poverty level to just maximize the economic condition of our country, so that we can improve ourselves.
Oh, that's an incredible answer. But when we see you working from this long time, as I have go through to your profile, and we see that it's very important in the developing countries to focus on these goals, like where poverty exists, where hunger exists, and there I think there are major important goals to fulfill a human life. So what makes you do this much, and where all this energy come from?
Basically, it's just a normal thing. Here, if you go outside of your home, to the roads, to the place you study or the place you work, everywhere you will just see a corrupt system, a ruthless system in which our people are living. And I see it every day since I was like 15 years old, and it's like since that day I have been seeing it daily, and from that I get my motivation and dedication to work for this cause and give people the justice they deserve, they need. So it's like really simple for me. So I just want the people face how disappointed they are, how much they don't have the hope they should be having on everyday life. The person who has a baby at their home, but he don't know how much money he can take home, or how can he feed their babies. So that's the problem. And from that, I just get my motivation and dedication daily. And when I wake up, I just promise myself that every day I will be helping more and more people. So that's how we have been working tirelessly all over Pakistan for the past 11 years. And me, and not only me, but my whole team that is across Pakistan, and we are in USA, Morocco, and Turkey as well. So everyone, the ones who are part of our team, are working tirelessly to get this moving, to just give justice back to the people in every stance, in every in every form of their living, in every form of their like,
Impressive. So you're the people's person, and you keep on that's what I can quote it around. But when you see this pandemic is happening, and we see that there are so many needs, that people need to fulfill, and there are so many crises that all the people around the world they are facing. So what do you think, that is this pandemic makes us realize that there are needs for there are real needs of human? Do we realize more humanity? Do we realize that we're more towards towards being positive and being more human? What is your views on that in regard of this pandemic?
That's a really good question because if you see after the pandemic situation started and all over the globe, the lockdown situation was enforced by the governments. But after that, if you see closely, that still we are living, like human are living their lives in this lockdown, from this we can understand that we can just sustain. We don't need these sort of things that we use in the daily life. But we should thank for our blessings that we get. Before the lockdown, the life was very different, and if you see the life we are having right now, it's really different. But we are sustainable. We are living in this life, so we should be thanking for our whatever religion everyone follows or whatever belief they have. So they should be thanking their God like for the blessings they have. And after this, we should be focusing more on humanity because the world needs more of this. And the one more important thing that after this pandemic, my view is that we will be working on food because the most important necessity of this life is food. And until 2030, we would be in the scarcity of not having food. So Pakistan specifically, we should focus on growing more agriculture items, and rather than exporting it, we need to fulfill our needs after
I
this lockdown.
agree. I totally agree on this. And then let's move forward to the other goal, which was zero hunger. So, where do you come up with an idea that we need to feed people, but we need to have this entire campaign? We have seen your work about this Ramzan. Uh, can you share that all work and about the basic idea of zero hunger? What is your stance of that?
Basically, when this was initiated by our government, so we just formed a special task force in it, and we asked all the NGOs to come and collaborate with us, and let's fight the coronavirus and let's help our people. So in that, we had five different departments. One was ration distribution. Second was medical unit, the PP gown distribution. The third was employment. The fourth was Iftari, and the fifth was Corona Bazaar. So I will just briefly describe you all of these departments. And the first was ration distribution. So we distributed around 15,000 ration bags all over Karachi, and more than around 10,000 bags all over Pakistan. The teams we are having around the country. So the initiative was to help people because they were unemployed and they were at home, and the government was enforcing them to stay at home, but they weren't providing any resources to them. So how can they will be at home? So we thought that we can provide them ration or the utilities for their basic needs, and we gave 15,000 ration bags to the Karachiites and different cities as well. Second was the medical unit. If you see, we have our doctors, and they are our frontline army. And if we don't support our doctors, we are not going to face this war against Corona. So we just help our doctor. We supported our doctors with PP gowns, the N95 masks, and the gloves and the sanitizer they were required because the government wasn't providing them all the resources they needed. So till now we have been distributing around 2,000 medical kits to all the government and private hospitals, and the medical unit has not stopped yet. From this office, it is resumed. And the third one was employment. Like we collaborated with Kareem, and Kareem just brought their riders, and we gave them ration bags, and we employed some of their staff as well to deliver the ration we were having to the doorstep of the beneficiary. So that's how we just gave jobs to like around 100 plus people in just 42 days, and that's how we generated employment. The fourth one was the tari we do it normally, like on roads, but not the normal days, but we distributed with quite SOPs of the social distancing. And the fifth one was Corona Bazaar. Corona Bazaar was related to the sentiment of the people, the sentiment of the family, father and mother, because if their children see their father and mother, they cannot buy them clothes or the new stuff for the Eid, so they would be like very disappointed. So we just set up a whole bazaar, a whole feeling, a whole cinema for them, for those families to come and just buy anything they want with just a token. No cash, no money, just a token which they will receive from us, and they can buy. So that's how we did all these things in Corona Task Force Unit, and till now we are working on it. And now the Bakrid is just near, just 1.5 months near, so we will work on that as well. And behind this, we are working on medical unit as well, and the smaller part of our regular routine work.
That's great. And then one thing that I would like all our audience who is listening to us to know, it's about we are speaking to your individual personality, about how you're facilitating the people and being a youth, and you're doing and motivating the people. It's not about the brand endorsement. It's just about your global stance to this global pandemic. With this, Abdullah, I have a other question, which is about the importance of zero hunger and your work on that. That you have already shared the premises within the COVID-19, but again, there is important need of zero. The zero hunger SDG code, which we have marked, and we see that in developing countries, it's a one of the major goal which we need to fulfill by 2030. What is your views about that? By far, not considering the pandemic.
See, it's really difficult if you want to provide food to the people. My view about this is that we can provide a sustainable solution to our people by providing a long-term project to them. Like for example, my plan is that after 4 or 5 years, we will be initiating small industries in different cities, from which we will be providing jobs to different people, and it's an economic change. It's a long thing to discuss right here, but
Agree.
I just uh, my view about this is that we would be installing industries all around the cities in Pakistan, and from that we would be generating employment, and from employment they can just sustain themselves by food, by proper empowerment, by like education to their child, and all other things that
Makes
SDGs
sense.
supports.
Makes sense. But why you say about providing some info, the needs, and fulfilling the demands, and when we have so much courage to do things, but there comes one thing which is more important for everyone to know, that is awareness. I think that's a very important word that people do not even term it, because the terminology of awareness is something I can't say we all are not aware about it, or maybe uh, within the premises of our country we are not aware about it. So what do you think, is awareness important about COVID, in regard to COVID-19? Is awareness still a problem in COVID-19? And also, the question referring to that is awareness about all other needs of the human within the right of human rights, UNHCR, is important? What is your views on that?
See, awareness is really important for our people in regards to the COVID-19 whole process, the whole pandemic situation. But the point is here for Pakistan, the
Oh man, I can't be. I guess Abdullah is gone again, and there must be the internet problem. But I think we were on the last question about the awareness, and he was saying about that awareness is very important, and awareness about not just about COVID-19, about the human rights that one person or one global citizen have must be known and must be fulfilled by by each government of by every government in this world. And with this, there was one last question that we wanted to ask to Abdullah was about the conclusion on this pandemic, and the overview about zero hunger and the no poverty. But we understand that there are some certain crises that happens and that took place, and we cannot have to get the point to share our ideas. But let's just end this session on this note that these both sustainable development goals are really really important, and they are the necessity that all the development countries need to fulfill for the humanity to live a life and to move ahead with this nation. And when we see that the poverty is still taking place in 2020, and there are so many people who sleep hungry every day, it makes us more human, that we are blessed enough to have so many things. Now we need to have the courage to do better things for other people who are not provided with all the certain needs. So with this, on this conclusion that the COVID-19 is happening, we are facing a hard time in by far all the globe, and we see that we cannot do much about it rather than staying at home. But what we can do is we can realize that there are other people. It's not about the competition every day. It's not about something that is taking place, like uh, it's so not a fuss that we can say. It's about understanding and going towards the positivity, and being thankful of the things that we have, and providing things which we have and other don't have. So after this COVID-19, I think all the human around the world need to be more human to themselves, to understand that we still exist in a world where we have to face crisis. We will face COVID-19. We can face more certain disasters. We can face anything bad. But in terms of anything bad, we need to understand that what good we can do. With this, I'll conclude this session on that note, that let's be good to ourselves so we can be good to others. Thank you.